Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Banjoozie podcast. My name is Mr. Banjoozie, and today's topic of discussion is Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So, we're gonna kind of let's get a bit of like a talk. I'm just gonna go over test the audio of the podcast and make sure everything's going good. All right, so audio seems to be fine. So I'll just post this here. And so Pokemon Violet and Scarlet, the new and latest Pokemon, which is going to be Gen 9, has a lot of there's a lot of stuff that we're thinking about what's going to happen as the games. Jeez, they dropped out of nowhere. Like people are like, oh, it's not gonna be Pokemon Gen 9. Like I saw a few people in their live streams. It's not gonna be Gen 9, or they're probably just gonna do some updates, or they're gonna be talking about Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, you know. And then out of nowhere, generally, there was all this just trailer, and everyone started to overlooking it. I think it's like this is just a thing for like Legendary or something. Well, like there was a lot of skeptics like, oh, wait, is this a Gen 9? And everyone had their eyes glued to the screen because they were waiting. Now it does kind of fall into the category because they do tend to leave like Gen 9 like a few like what 3 years, like each generation 3 years between it or something like that. That's what I was told by Shay, that the games usually each generation is released 3 years after the previous one. That's what Shay told me. At least I'm not sure if it's true or not. But however, this is going to be a special podcast for while we're reviewing of Gen 9, as basically instead of being here in the usual Banjoozie podcast studio here, little thing I have always set up for the live streams, we are going to do something a lot different. We are actually going to just take an actual look at the trailer, basically, if you and we're gonna kind of go and talk about like what we kind of honestly think about this, like in my personal opinion on how this generation is going to play out. So, oops, wrong thing. Here we go. Yeah. And we're gonna go over here, and I'm gonna make sure this is playing. Wait. I need to make sure for the audio purposes that desktop audio is visible to here, just so I could, get the testing out of here and making sure the live stream everything's going good. Everything's good. Yeah, okay, everything seems to go good. I need to go back to start. Wait, okay, what was that? Alright, let's leave it to that volume. So, when I first saw this, I was wondering why they're going for a bit of a live action. I was thinking, like, is this a new movie for like what they did for Detective Pikachu? You know, the live action kind of Pokemon? I was like wondering what's going on when I first saw this. So I was looking, it's just the build, I wonder what's going on. It's all mysterious. I was thinking, this is something lore based probably. And I was thinking, yeah, probably like Legend Arceus. But then I saw this room thing. I was like, oh, okay, what's going on here? And then I saw this. I was like, okay, now this is a game. Game Freak wouldn't promote in their movies because, well, they'd only say they made the movie. Like, they help inspired by the movie because it's their content. But I saw, literally, when I saw the Game Freak thing, I was like, oh, this is a game. This is a game. This is what kind of hint to a game. I was looking at this, and it kind of reminded me, this room here, reminded me of what they were doing for Legend Arceus, as with the Voltorbs, because I felt like, not the Voltorbs, like the Pokeballs, when you do that thing where there's the room and they see the very ancient looking Pokeball that they did for Legend Arceus. That's what reminded me of this room, like this room reminded me of. Look around, there's like so many different things. Like, it's interesting to look at this room, because the different art style, different everything. There, I thought that music was gonna go somewhere and it sounded very good. The white screen, and then suddenly we got this. What I'd like to first point out is that so many people have already guessed the region that this is like what this region is based off, as each region is based off a country, right? You know, like how Sword and Shield, it was based off of England's or Britain or whatever. This one here is based off Spain, as what people are saying from the look of the building, from the way the Pokemon we've seen so far, how they look. There's a lot of people saying about the landscape, the beauty, all that kind of stuff. Everyone's saying it's around Spain, and I kind of believe it because I've seen a lot of like people agreeing with Spain, and even the clothes that the protagonists are wearing later on, that you'll see more of a summer team Spanish clothes, which I find really good. Peaceful. I like their way the buildings look. This is really good looking in my opinion. And then we saw this, like open worlds. Now, okay, I do say that those sounds do look a bit like their frame rate is a bit slow, but I'm just saying this is early trailer, first trailer they've released the game. They got a lot to work from, and they're releasing this later this year, I believe. Psyduck and Nafi would be happy for that. Meowth. I do like these graphics though. Oh, or the Pokemon, they look clean movements, clean movements. I'm just making sure that audio was. Yeah, just gonna lower this down. That Pokeball. Yeah, I've seen this. Yeah, and okay. This kind of the whole architect kind of reminds me of Aldefino from Mario's thing, or what was it, the Mario Sunshine. And I always, when I saw that place, I always thought of it reminded me of Spanish area or an Italian area or something like that. But people are saying this is Spanish in my, and there might be arguments against saying that this will be other regions. We'll just have to see what region it is based off, though. It looks like a beautiful game. The shading, like the shadowing, not shading, shadows look really good. The movements, wind movements. You know, we love a bit of wind movement. Here's a look at the female. Well, you kind of look like how the female starts. I hope they do return what you could do to customize your clothes, because when they brought Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, there's only clothes sets you can buy, unlike how in Sword and Shield, Sun and Moon, X and Y, and all that, and Mega Sapphire or whatever, or I don't know if Mega Sapphire, I can't remember, but the X and Y, Sun and Moon, and Sword and Shield, you could customize your character to an extent. Like you could customize gloves, hats, shirts, jacket, blah blah blah. You know, we get more customization. I hope that we get a lot more customization because I really liked to customize my character because it actually felt like me in the game, unlike feeling like another character. That's why I don't like the customization in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and I don't really like it in Legend Arceus. What I've seen so far, like I haven't gotten Legend Arceus because I haven't really been interested in it. And my brother was showing me all the customization, and even he says it's kind of bland in his opinion compared to the other games. And I guess that could be true. Alright, here's the male kind of art. That feels like a school summer kind of mix, you know? That white switch though. Yeah. Oh wait, I didn't realize that. The Switch Lite and then the original Switch are just next to it. I actually never realized that. I feel like, oh yeah, okay, wait, okay. I'll point this out when I was in the VC with them. On this door, that there's these two shields with symbols on it, and he said these somehow have an importance. This being a citrus orange, and these being grapes. Now, this could be an Italian thing if I'm guessing. Like, say if it's Italian, because I feel like these are Italian food. If you kind of you picture these with Rome and you know Rome, Italy, they kind of I might be going off topic here or Spanish. I'm trying to analysis and give my own viewpoint because I'm not really good when it comes to telling my landscape. Well, I've heard so many arguments about different countries what this could be, but I think it's definitely Spanish mostly. It seems to be. I may be very wrong though. Alright, let's just talk about the starters for a second, okay? Spiragatito, if I'm mispronouncing that name wrong, which is my least favorite of the starters here. And we have Fukoko and Quaxley. You know Quaxley. I'm choosing Quaxley. Why wouldn't I choose the duck? Look at that duck, bro. He looking fly, bro. Look at his hat. Look at that hat. It's beautiful hat. A beautiful, beautiful hat. It's a beautiful hat. Now, if I'm going alright here on, I need to pull up Cerebi or something like that, or someone told me about the starters. There's something about the starters. Give me a second. Ooh, um, so there's something about the starters typings that. So I think it was either Cerebi or someone else told me. No, okay, one second. I'm trying to, cause someone said the dual typing, but they're saying that they're gonna be a certain typing, which I think it was in Shay's live stream last night. I can't remember, but someone's saying that they're each gonna be a interesting type. As like, I think it was this one. He's gonna be grass water, or no, I might be wrong with that. That one, water fire, or that one's fire grass, or something like that, or something like that. That they're each gonna have at least 2 out of 3 of the grass water fire thing. That's what someone told me. Now they could be wrong, and this person could be just telling this to joke with me. But I don't know. I don't see it if they're saying yeah that's what it's gonna be. I don't see it in those designs. I feel like these guys are purely kind of what fire, grass, water. In my opinion, they look like. It would be interesting to see. And in general, design wise, I think these guys are nice. A cat, a dinosaur looking crocodile, and a really cool looking duck. I like the duck. As you know, I did a video the other day where I kind of gave custom shiny designs to each of the starters, and I wanted to give my input because I've only seen the starters. I want to just want to think like these look cool for shinies. I couldn't get one good for Spear Getito. I think I pronounced that name right. If I got it right or wrong. But Fugoku I liked. It's a bit. I could use a little brighter colors, but Quaxley is my favorite because him looking at the duck colors were actually pretty good in my opinion. Uh, in general, I'd really like to look forward to see what these guys' evolutions look like. Like, I wonder what's gonna happen. Like, I just think Fugoku looks like a dinosaur, like a dragon kind of thing. I'd love to see that because that a lot of dragon designs are some of my favorite designs, like Charizard, one of the best looking things. Even though he's not a dragon type, but he looks exactly like a dragon thing, the dactyl, whatever. I swear, Gabrick is gonna be annoying, but I like the starters. I really do like the starters, but I'm definitely gonna be going with Quaxley, honestly. That's just how I'm gonna go, honestly. It is crazy to think that we're going into Gen 9. Like, this is crazy. From blue to gold, and to red and blue to gold and silver to ruby and sapphire to diamond of pearl to black and white to X and Y to sword and shields. Or maybe is it Gen 9 or 8? Right, I am dumb. Sorry guys if I've been sounding tired, quiet, or stupid for this stream. I have not gotten much sleep. Today tradition is yeah. Yeah, this is Gen 9. This is Gen 9. Oh my god. Yeah, Kanto, Johto, Horn. So wait, red and blue, gold and silver, maybe just Mega, Ruby and Sapphire, Diamond and pearl. X and Y. Wait, am I mixing something? I am stupid. Oh my god. This is something. This is why I need to wake up. I should have had something to help me wake up. I would have been taught more straight for this um this live stream. I would have been way more awake for doing this, honestly. Because I was way more awake, this would make a lot more sense. Okay. Uh, yeah, yeah. Black and white is fifth. X and Y. So, oh my god, I forgot about sun and moon. That is literally why I couldn't count up right. Oh my god, I am so dumb. Sun and moon? Really? How could I forget sun and moon? The only Pokemon game I have the both games of. Wow. I think after this, before I do my game live stream later after this podcast, I should be getting some kind of like tea or something or coffee or just something to help wake up because I'm not in the right mindset and I wanted to give you guys the podcast because I said I was going to do it last night but I ran out of time because Blame's agreeing I was playing games with him and I didn't realize the time. Best boy right there. I will like to give one thing that I've seen a bit of a complaint about these games is their choice of color pattern, if I could say that right. Now, what do I mean by this? For most games, they kind of, sort of try to do opposite colors like blue and red, gold and silver. Now, yes, there's exceptions like green and yellow, but that's because green, yellow, blue, red. That's kind of like a color. Some of the basic colors. Now that one's an exception. I feel like, but Scarlet and Violet are like Violet is like a purple which you can get from blue with a red, and Scarlet is like a very dark red. Now, my argument being is if you look at the logos as how Scarlet and Violet parts have a yellow outline, and if you look at the Pokemon logos, how they have a blue outline but they have a yellow inside part. I kind of picture it that now, this is a stupid thing that that Scarlet they kind of got Scarlet by mixing kind of uh a kind of a dark color scheme like of the red games, but then they just took so like how do I describe this? How do I describe this? I think I'm thinking of how I can describe this. So so and Scarlet and Violet um the kind of the color scheme. I think it's like the red. It's the red with the blue for Violet or something like that. But I don't know how it does with Scarlet, and it is very confusing. But I'm trying to say Game Freak here. Think of an argument here because I've heard a lot of my friends complaining about how they're not really the opposites color. I'm just gonna test out the color here so that I kind of get what I'm going with. And getting you here. Yeah, the blue off the thing mixing with the scarlet gets the purple color. But I'm still gonna be confused about like why it's red purple. Because I feel like violet is just a mixture of the blue with the red, because you have to do blue and red. But the scarlet, that's what I'm kind of confused. I feel like this is something. There's something they're hitting at, and I'm just not getting it. And I think some people might get it. I'm just trying to think exactly why they chose red and purple. You know, and I feel like purple is just the red. It's just red mixed with blue, and I'm trying to think how why they did this. No one gave. They usually have their reasons. Either way, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna be choosing probably. I'll have to see how my sister picks them, because I'm from when she started getting Pokemon as of recently, like with Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and other games like that. That well, she kind of got into games a while back, but I usually begin the opposite of hers that she picks, so I'm gonna let her pick. But either way, I'm really looking forward to these games, as I find that this generation could be really good. And you know how it felt with Sword and Shield in the open space areas that you could be the where you catch all the Pokemon. I can't remember the names at the moment because I've been bored of Sword and Shield, so I've just stopped playing it as of lately, and I've just been playing a bit of Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl and all that. But I feel that for Sword and Shield and all that kind of stuff, like they have these open areas that you could feel a bit move more freely. But I feel like this now they're moving so much more freely, and they're also taking the Legend Arceus' open world, which is gonna be interesting. Because what I've seen so far from last year, Legend Arceus. Sorry, I had a blanket around me because I'm just comfy. It says that Legend Arceus has really kind of opened a pavement out for these games for feeling a lot different. And I think these games have a lot of potential, and they seem to be good in my opinion. Uh, I just hope we see. Ugh. What is the region actually? I need to know. What is the region? Yeah, it's gonna be released late this year. We're going to be getting a lot more info, I say, for this. What I think is I might have to ask for criticism. I don't know. What the heck? Why is the audio muted? Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, hashtag Scarlet and Violet. Actually, yeah, sorry about this. Is there like more? Why is game here? It doesn't matter about that. I see. So, okay, so the games, in my opinion, have a lot of potential. So, I want to look. I want to know what the name of Scarlet and Violet, like, what's the region gonna be called? Is it, usually, uh, usually we get a bit of an understanding what's up a region's gonna be called. Oh, so the region, it's just, yeah, the location here, there's a lot of say is based on Spain. It hints that the points of the European countries, yeah. I've been to Spain, I have. It's a nice place. Yeah, Spanish landmarks especially. Like, there's a lot of inspiration. I'm not really gonna. But we haven't really gotten the name of the region yet, because there's Jota, Sinnoh, Hoenn. I'm not saying these in order or anything like this, but what I do hope for these games is that with all this potential, with all this work, like I say they've been working on this for a while, but the one problem I have being with it is that they're releasing it this year, and in my opinion, releasing it this year, it feels dangerous in my opinion. Now, why do I say this? It feels dangerous is because it could be a really good game. Sorry, but yawn. Or it could be very disastrous. Like, it could feel rushed. It could have bad animation. Some of the videos, some of it can be, it could look very poorly made. Now, they could be working on this for years, but let's just hope that the games are going to look really good. Because like so far the trailer, there's only been like the fans, the turbines or whatever the we use for electricity. They look like they had a bit of a slow kind of animation thing, like not as in slow, like as in it was bugging out in my opinion. But seeing they have it this entire year, I hope that if they have any problems with the game, that they can smooth out animation and all that. I feel like it's not rushed. I hope that the games come out really good. I can't wait to see. And I'd like to see the forms, like we have the Alola, the Galar, the Hisuian, like all those kind of forms. I would really love to see what they look like. Like I think it's gonna be really interesting to see. And honestly, there's so much content they have released in the last while, Brilliant Diamond Star Pearl came out at the end of last year. Legend Arceus came out a while ago, and now we're getting Gen 9. If this is not just like a Pokemon fans dream. I don't know what isn't our dream because like this is just fun, Pokemon is fun. To keep expanding the universe of Pokemon and making it feel like a world with countries, different regions. It is amazing, I really have hopes for Scarlet and Violet, you know. I'm really looking forward to it. And anyway, so that's Scarlet and Violet. That's really the it's really I could really think of at the current moment. I'm sorry that I am sounding a lot tired at the moment. I'm just very tired. But anyway, that's the podcast. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. My name is Mr. Banjoozie, and I'd like to say goodbye. Tune in later for while we're playing a video game. I haven't really decided yet, because I'm so tired, but we will stream soon. It probably could be Terraria, could be Brawlhalla, could be Rust, could be anything, could be and all that. I do have one thing I'd say is that I do have Switch Online at the moment, so Switch games are kind of off the table due to not having any internet. Well, unless I continue my shiny hunts, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, but that's really it. Anyway, goodbye.